Next, we're going to look at the Reframing Negative Thoughts workbook and how you can go about reframing your thoughts. So at the start of the Reframing Your Negative Thoughts workbook, there are a few pages to tell you how to use the book. You'll have 4 pages for each thought. So the first thing you'll do is look at what triggers your negative thought. We're going to try and identify the triggers. So you'll describe the situation. Look at how did the situation make you feel? How did you react? How did you feel after your reaction? What could you have done differently? Now, the next step is to reframe this negative thought. So you're going to write in what is your negative thought here and how much do you believe this thought? Then you're going to write down all of the evidence you can think of as to why your thought is true. The next step is to write down all of the evidence you can think of as to why your thought is not true. And the more evidence you can write down here, the better. Then you're going to reframe your thought to a positive one and write down how much you believe this new thought. The next stage is reflecting on your new thought. So, section 1, do you feel you still have work to do on this particular thought? Yes or no? So, it's quite common to have to revisit thoughts and work on them several times. It's not an overnight process, especially if it's a deeply ingrained thought. So just if you still think, I don't fully believe my new positive thought 100%, I'm still leaning towards the negative version of this thought, you can reschedule this in to work on another day. And that's absolutely fine. You may need to revisit the same thought several times before you fully start believing the new positive thought. Just stick at it. This really does work. So if you answer no, you can move on to section 2. If you answer yes, you still need to work on this thought. Have a think. Is there any more evidence you could think of to support your new thought? If there is, go back and write it in the relevant section. Have another look over the evidence to support the new thought and reevaluate how much you believe it now. If your answer is no, just leave it for a couple of days and maybe this is something that will just pop into your head when you least expect it and you'll think, oh yeah, of course, I'll write that in as well. So it's not something that is overnight or immediate. It can take a bit of time to fully think of all the evidence you need. Section 2, how do you feel after changing your thought? And how did you find the process of reframing your negative thought? Was it easy or difficult to find supporting evidence? So in this book, there is space for around 45 thoughts. The book is around 200 pages in total, and each thought takes up 4 pages. Before you use the book, just make sure you read the notes at the start because this will help you as well. So I hope this has been helpful.